really feel. So August 17th, 2021. Like, I have today is supposed to be like the fourth time of this whatever pole dancing class thing. The truth is I don't like it. Like, I would want to learn that skill. It's not the right place for me. I don't, like, I'm happy that the girls have a bonding thing, like, but it's like ultimately I just want this business to work. Like, everything else is just irritating me. It's absolutely irritating me and in the way, and that's not going to change. So I'm so fucking frustrated because I just need this to work, and I don't care. Like, and you can't get me to care about shit on this side until that works. Like, that is, I feel relief if I know, like, my belief, because I've been trying to fight for a better world, for better things, that, okay, the people on the other side are actually fucking doing something. Like, my faith in I've done something to unite people makes me feel better. Right? That is true, that I feel like a relief on having to save the world thing. I feel like that's actually like something. But now it's like my role or my genuine part in that, meaning for myself, like, okay, what am I ultimately like doing to follow my path now and see it in this world. And I ultimately don't want to be here. I don't want all of this going on. Like, I'm so frustrated, and I just need this to work. I've been working on it for 3 fucking years. 3 fucking years solid. Like, the business idea and the things, whatever, came at 17, and that was all over the place. But I ultimately only pieced everything together since last February, and that took me in a whole fucking sideways thing. But ultimately it's been 3 years, like, starting with 4 jobs down to this, and that's like, I just need this to start working. And I don't care about anything on the side. I don't care about anything here. I don't, like, I care less and less every day, not more. I'm not more motivated. I'm less motivated. So I'm getting back to a depression because I'm like, fuck. Like, so I'm starting to get out with this in the business, but if I'm not getting results from putting so much effort into something and not having actual people to talk to, like, I don't want to, like, I'm so frustrated. I just need this to work. I need everybody to do their fucking jobs, ultimately. I need people to follow through and do their fucking jobs, not just talk. I am not a fucking talker. I'm a doer. And I am so sick of being surrounded by talkers. Shut the fuck up. Fucking bullshit salespeople, bullshit people, everybody, go fuck yourselves. That's how I really feel. Like, fucking just, I've done the work, I've done the stuff, I'm going to fucking snap. Like, I really am just, like, I'm so fucking done. Like, get these people to do their jobs, because you're, like, ultimately, like, that's how much I see, like, controlling them. Like, I see it in teams and people and everything, and I'm just so fucking fed up. I've done everything for you. I have. You guys are the criminals here. You know that. You actually know that. Like, what you've done is illegal and wrong. And I know that. And I've allowed this because of the God thing and everything and what we're proving in saving the world. And I have to believe that, yeah, for the greater purpose, but now I want to be fucking selfish. Get me out. Please, get this to work so I can start, because even when it starts to work, I don't get out. And I'm going nuts. I need money to work on that end, because that's my only freedom. I'd like to start living my fucking life. I've done everything for all of you. Like, I need to know, really, because it's only my belief in what you've done for me. I've not actually seen anything. So at this point, it's still all talk. And I'm so beyond fed up. And that means with every person, again, on this list. Everyone. So it's Tuesday at 2:50. Right now, I'd say I feel very depressed. My depression is ultimately really frustration. Being stuck in the same fucking cycle. because it's nothing. I'm doing I've looked at my life and I've gone, I have done everything I possibly can. I'm doing everything I possibly can to make the changes and do different things. But ultimately, like, you have to ask yourself, like, it's a reflection thing. What brings me joy? What makes me happy? What do I want to do? Right? Because I want change. I'm working toward change, but the type of change that I'm working toward for ultimately what I know will make me happy is more work than most people would ever understand. And that doesn't come with an overnight fix or something. That it doesn't work like that. That's why this project and these things have been so long, and I've had to sacrifice ultimately more so than more people would ever even realize. And a lot of these sacrifices were not in my doing, like they were outside of my control. You have to first accept the things you can't change, right? Like I can't control the actions of the other people around me and the injustice that happened, ultimately, leading to the situation that I'm in. But I make choices. I do things every day. You try to find joy in little things and changes, but the reality is I don't. For example, I said, oh, I'll try something new. I signed up for these pole dancing classes. I've gone 3 times. It's a 6-session thing. And, I evaluated and I'm like, I have it tonight. And it's a trigger for me right now. I know that because I'm so frustrated with this business thing. Ultimately I was supposed to have these things launched. It's supposed to be launching today. And, the Groupon didn't get back to me still. There's still, like, I have faith. I talked to somebody else that'll get going, but it's like I need to see a win on something I've worked at that's kind of mine, because essentially the other things that I do, it's like filler. It's not in going deeper and doing this spiritual thing. It's like I found myself, I found my who I believe is meant for me and everything, but it's in a different place, a different world, and it sounds fucked up, but it's like I don't find joy in just doing stuff just to do it. Like I don't, like, ultimately I like trying new things because then I know. So I'm always up for trying something. But I have to, like, evaluate. So I go, okay, like, I get to this thing and I for example, I'm in the dancing thing, and the way, one, it's overcrowded. That has nothing to do with a pandemic and me worried about getting some sort of disease. Like, that's not what fucking crosses my mind. What crosses my mind is I can't, like, I don't have a proper space to learn these things. The teaching is not focused on teaching. It's like everybody all over the place. That doesn't work for me when I'm trying to learn something. If it was, and that goes back to the learning disabilities and why ultimately you're there. So for some people, right, that's okay because they're going and they get to bond together. They found a team together. They found a group of people that gives them motivation. It's something they look forward to. They get to hang out. They get to be, like, whatever so the instructor, she gets to feel like, oh yeah, like, these are my girls, and the other girls get to feel like they're a part of something and sexy and whatever. And it's but I, like, where I'm at in my life in those things, like, that doesn't do it for me, right? Like, the thing I got from that and seeing or learning or whatever is, okay, great. Like, I my brain, the way it works is on a business side going, okay, this is why people go to these things. They want to meet and they want to find their group or whatever else. That's not how I'm gonna meet my people and my things. Like, it's just not. Like, it sounds like I just know that. So that doesn't do it for me. And then I'm not learning the things I want to learn. So it's actually more of a trigger of frustration. And then it, like, the thoughts in my head go, oh, like, it's something you want to quit or not sticking to. And that's usually the thinking that I would have, or something that would stress me out. But ultimately I'm going, well, I'm just so beyond fed up and bored, but going to that doesn't make me less fed up and bored. It makes me frustrated when I'm there. Like, I'm more agitated. So I'm like, where am I more, like, less agitated, really? And then that's triggering, like, different things and different depression and whatever else, because then ultimately it's that feeling of being stuck. that feeling of Groundhog Day, that feel like insanity is, this same thing, but it's like I am doing different things every day, but it feels, because I don't have the results of anything, that it feels like I'm doing the same thing. So it just keeps getting worse. And that's the thing, and the reality of the last, year and a half, or since last February, shit just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Worse. In my mind, I've had to change the story to believe it can get better because of the actions I take every day. The little actions. That are so frustrating and daunting. Like, so frustrating. So lonely. But it's like what I had to do to evaluate my life. I had to look at everything and evaluate it and go, fuck. You can't, I couldn't keep up that pace. I couldn't keep up that facade. I didn't know I was even doing a facade. I didn't know that. Because people don't. That's the funny part. Most coaches, most people, whatever, the same thing, right? We give and give and give and give and give. And I didn't identify as a coach, but it's clear that's what I am and that's what I do. But it's like, give, 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 give. And that's it, these quotes, these things, it's like you need to know your limits as a giver because the takers have none. They have none. And they took everything. They absolutely took it all. Everything. And it's like I had to look deeper and find gratitude and all that stuff, but it's like ultimately fucking like it makes me want to strangle people and punch them in the face. That's it really, because you have to have that side of being able to release and be angry and be frustrated and have an outlet of some kind. And the hospital and the doctors are fucking retarded. And I'm don't using that not as an offensive thing, because if you actually knew me, you would know that I have fucking equity in believing that people with any type of I believe everybody has a disability of some sort, and I believe we all have a need for different things to be worked together, on different levels of togetherness. And I believe if somebody is looked to be disabled is actually fucking at this point a hell of a lot smarter than any fucking doctor that I've met. Any of them. So the really ones that I say, that's what I say, are fucking retarded. That definition can be fucking that can be saved for the doctors, not for people that traditionally have been fucking in that world of being put into that category. Because that's the whole point here, is that everybody's been a fucking idiot and created a system that only has benefited a small group of people in the grand scheme of things when you look at humanity. And it's so fucking frustrating because they get to dictate to everybody else what's right and what's wrong and make up all these fucking rules that only cater to a small group of people and fuck over the rest of us. And in discovering all that, as more and more was taken from me, I'm like, holy fuck, how much more abuse can I take? Because I didn't live in victim mentality. And I hate people that cry fucking poor me. And I'm fucking sitting there sucking up so much of their shit when I've had all the knives fucking put in my back, and these pieces of shit are lying or making up stuff, making me out to be the bad guy when they're the pieces of shit. And the system is created by narcissists who support narcissists. And everybody's been too goddamn brainwashed and selfish to see it. And I'm 1,000,000% sure of that. And I still count my goddamn blessings every fucking day to try to do something better to change this world. And I walked away from money. I walked away from friends, family, everyone. I took the road less traveled, motherfucker. I know I did. Which makes me stronger than any of those motherfuckers. So if they want to look down on people with mental health issues, let me fucking tell you this. They will absolutely pay. One day, they will pay. And I absolutely take comfort in that. I am so sick of being in pain every goddamn day pretending like